So this would be yung second topic natin. We have multiple dose regimen. So this would be yung first part ng multiple dose regimen since unahin natin yung repetitive IV injection, yung multiple IV, then next week ay multiple oral. So when you say multiple dosage regimen, this would be administration of a certain dose of a drug at a defined intervals. So remember, what would be the purpose ng multiple dosage regimen is to maintain the therapeutic activity of the drug. So after the single dose administration, so the plasma drug level rises above and then falls below the MEC. So remember, lahat naman eventually mag-increase, then bababa. Okay? Remember, kapag yan ay below the MEC, okay, pag below MEC, magde-decline din yung therapeutic effect. So, pag nagde-decline yung therapeutic effect, since yan ay below MEC, yung term natin doon ay sub-therapeutic effect. What if nag-go beyond naman siya sa MPC? Pag above MPC naman, anong effect? Toxicity or toxic effect. So to maintain a prolonged therapeutic activity, so many drugs are given in a multiple dosage regimen. So the plasma levels of the drugs given in multiple doses must be maintained within the narrow limits of the therapeutic window to obtain a optimal clinical effectiveness. So remember, yung goal natin is to maintain yung plasma drug level within the limit, so within the therapeutic window, since yun nga, detrimental sa health ng patient kapag mag-go beyond sa MPC, sa toxicity. So, downside din or disadvantage kapag below MEC, kasi ibig sabihin, useless yung drug na in-administer mo since hindi siya umabot ng MEC, so hindi siya nag-elicit ng therapeutic effect. So, a dosage regimen is established for each drug to provide the correct plasma level without excessive fluctuation. So, remember, yung desirable quality, okay, dapat less yung fluctuation. Kasi, what if high yung fluctuation? Pag sinabing fluctuation, erratic yung graph, okay? So, ganyan. For example, ganyan. Then, ito yung MPC, and ito yung MEC. So, since ito yung MPC, ito yung MEC, since nagpa-fluctuate siya, high risk siya for toxicity. High risk for toxicity if mag-go beyond sa MPC or above MPC. High risk din siya for subtherapeutic effect since pag yan naman ay below MPC. So there are two main parameters that can be adjusted in developing a dosage regimen. Number one would be the dose size or the size of the drug dose. Number two, we have the frequency of drug administration. It is also referred it also refers to the time interval between doses. So remember, pag time interval between doses, yan yung anong clue word natin, every 8 hours, every 4 hours, every 6 hours. Okay? So, yan yung dalawang parameters na need natin, okay? or can be adjusted in order to develop a dosage regimen. So, if the drug is administered at a fixed dose and fixed dosage interval, so as is the case with multiple dose regimen, so yung amount of drug in the body will increase, and then eventually, after approximately mga 4 doses, okay, yan ay magpa-plateau. Yung plateau na sinasabi ko is yung steady state concentration. Okay? So makita niyo yun sa graph later. So, when the second dose is given after a time interval shorter, okay, shorter than the time required to completely eliminate the previous dose, so drug accumulation will occur. So, for example, ito yung first dose natin, and hindi pa siya completely na-eliminate, nagbigay ka na ng second dose. So, ano mangyayari? Yung Cmax ng second dose, mas mataas sa Cmax ng first dose. Okay? Ayan. So, ito yung first dose, for example, second dose, third dose. Okay? So, remember, yung first dose, hindi pa siya completely na-eliminate, dinagdagan mo na ng second dose. So, ano yung observation na makikita nyo? Yung Cmax ng first dose or Cmax ng second dose, mas mataas compare mo sa first dose. Remember, sa drug accumulation, there is an increase sa Cmax. So, saan mo siya ma-observe? Doon sa mga next doses or sa succeeding doses. Okay? Kaya tumataas yung Cmax. Nagkakaroon ng drug accumulation. Kapag in-administer mo yung second dose, shorter than the time required to completely eliminate yung first dose. Okay? So, in other words, the plasma concentration following the second dose will be higher, okay, than the corresponding plasma concentration immediately following the first dose. So, however, okay, if the second dose is administered after a time interval longer than the time required to eliminate the first dose or yung previous dose natin, so, kabaliktaran nung first one. So, walang accumulation na mangyayari. Since completely na-eliminate yung first dose, and binigay mo yung second dose na completely eliminated na yung first dose, so hindi mag-accumulate yung drug. Okay? So, ito yung graph natin for pharmacokinetics ng repetitive IV injection. So, remember, na-obtain yung steady state after approximately 4 half times. Kaya first dose, second dose, third dose, and pagdating ng fourth dose, dito siya magkakaroon ng steady state concentration. Dito magpa-plateau yung concentration. Dito nyo ma-observe yung plateau. Okay? Remember, sa steady state concentration, it is proportional sa dose or dosage interval. Also, proportional siya sa letter F. Ano yung letter F? Bioavailability. Kasi later, di-discuss natin ano yung small letter F. Okay? And ano yung CL? CLI, clearance. So remember, yung steady state concentrations, they are proportional sa bioavailability and sa clearance. In terms of fluctuation, remember, yan ay proportional sa dose interval and half time, which is blunted by slow absorption. Okay? So, punta tayo sa first formula for multiple IV dose. So, remember, yung big letter F stands for bioavailability. Yung small letter F stands for the fraction. Okay? Yung fraction that is remaining in the body is related to the elimination rate constant and dose interval. So, remember, yung dosage interval or yung dose interval, yan ay represented by capital letter T. So, tandaan nyo, magkaiba din yung capital letter T and small letter t. Yung capital letter T, dosage interval or dose interval. Kapag small letter t, that would be the given time. And papansin nyo, hindi talaga to capital letter T, yung actual na nasa formula, yan ay parang pa-curve na T. Yung pa-curve na T na to, yung tawag natin dito is tau. Kasi yan ay Greek letter. Okay? Yung Greek letter na tau. So yung tau, okay, yung dosage interval, yan ay represented by capital letter T or yung Greek letter na tau. In terms of relationship, yung F ay dependent sa rate constant and sa dose interval. So remember, if yung dose interval natin ay large, yung fraction natin ay smaller. Since yan ay large ang dose interval, small yung fraction, ano yung correlation, ano yung relationship na makikita natin between the two? Directly proportional ba sila or inversely proportional? They are inversely proportional. Next. Yung DO natin, remember, yung DO, yan din yung dose administered natin. Yan din yung amount of drug in the body at time 0. Yan din yun. Yung D0, kaya siya D0. Okay, kung ano yung in-administer mo dose, yan yung amount of drug in the body at time 0. So, will always equal to the injected dose. So, to compute for DDO, so just simply get the difference between Dmax and Dmin. So, sa iba, Dmax infinity yan or Dmin infinity. Okay? For Dmax infinity, meron tayong, or can be calculated directly by the relationship, ito yun. Dmax infinity is equals to DO over 1 minus F. Okay? Yung small letter F. Remember, pwede natin itong i-replace nung fraction dito. Diba? To compute for fraction, yung amount of drug in the body over amount of drug at time 0, i-divide natin. Or this one. Ito yung lagi natin ginagamit to compute for the fraction, yung Euler's constant raised to negative k, capital letter T, or yung Greek letter na tau. So, i-replace lang natin tong F na to. So, to compute for Dmax infinity, DO is equals to DO over 1 minus, replace natin yung small letter f with Euler's constant raised to negative k, then capital T or yung tau. Okay? And to compute for the amount of drug or yung average amount of drug in the body at steady state, kaya siya merong infinity na symbol kasi pag steady state, pwede yung mag-go beyond infinity. Okay? So yung d ab infinity is equals to capital letter F DO over K, then yung Greek letter na tau or yung capital letter T. So remember, ano ba yung lagi natin na-reiterate kapag IV drugs? In terms of bioavailability, di ba, kahit sa ibang subject, ang bioavailability ng mga IV drugs ay 100%. Okay? Ibig sabihin, yung letter F natin is always equal to 1 kapag IV drugs. Since puro IV drugs naman yung pinag-uusapan natin, pwede natin i-omit yung letter F dito. So to compute for d ab infinity, so just simply divide natin yung DO sa product between yung elimination rate constant and yung dose interval natin. Okay? So remember, for repetitive IV pharmacokinetics, one compartment model pa rin tayo. Okay? So to compute for Cmax infinity, so just simply divide yung Dmax infinity sa volume of distribution. So same goes with C-min infinity and C-ab infinity. So yung C-min infinity, i-divide lang yung D-min infinity sa volume of distribution. Yung C-ab infinity, yung to compute for C-ab infinity, D-ab infinity over volume of distribution. So a more direct approach in finding C-max infinity, C-min infinity, and C-ab infinity, meron tayong another formula for C-max infinity. Okay? Also, kapag for C-min infinity and C-ab infinity. So for C-max infinity, we have C0. Remember yung CP0, yan din ay C0. Okay? Ibig sabihin, yan yung initial concentration or initial plasma concentration. So ito yung formula natin for C-max infinity. For C-min infinity, ito yung formula natin. So ganun pa rin, for C-ab infinity, yung letter F dito, yung capital letter F, pwede rin natin i-omit to. Okay? Since yan ay F is equals to 1. If need natin ma-quantify yung plasma drug concentration at any time after administration of, for example, several yung doses na in-administered natin, ito yung formula naman natin. Yung nadagdag dito na variable is yung small letter n. Remember, yung small letter n, yan yung number of doses. Okay? And ano pa yung mga pwedeng ma-confuse kayo, yung naka-enclose sa parenthesis, yung tao dito, yan yung capital letter T. Okay? Yung nasa labas ay small letter t. Okay? Yung mga nasa loob sa parenthesis, yan ay yung dosage interval or yung dose interval. Yung small letter t, that would be the given time. Okay? So to compute for Cp infinity, yan yung concentration at steady state. Ito naman yung formula natin. So compute tayo. Pakibasa mo sir.
A patient weighs 132 pounds, receives a 500 milligram every 8 hours by repetitive IV injection of an antibiotic with an elimination half-life of 4 hours. Assume the drug is distributed according to a one-compartment model and the volume of distribution is 25% of body weight. So, A, find the maximum and minimum amount of drug in the body at steady state. B, determine the maximum and minimum plasma concentration of the drug at steady state. C, find the plasma drug concentration at CP at 3 hours after the second dose. D, find the steady state plasma drug concentration at 3 hours after the last dose. And lastly, determine the average plasma concentration of the drug at steady state.
So, thank you. So, yung first yung gagawin is to highlight yung mga variables. So, i-jot down nyo muna lahat. So, remember, yung weight ng patient, yan ay crucial sa pag-compute ng volume of distribution. Since dito, naka-indicate sa problem, yung volume of distribution is 25% of the body weight. So, remember, to compute for the volume of distribution, since 25% of the body weight yung volume of distribution, pero remember, lagi mo rin natin i-convert yung weight into kilograms. So yung 132 pounds, so we have 132 pounds for every 1 kilogram, we have 2.2 pounds. So cancel pounds. So ilan po yung ilang kilograms?
60.
So we have 60 kilograms. Then, i-multiply natin sa decimal form ng 25%. pwede yan i-rewrite as 25 over 100. 25 divided by 100, so we have 0.25. So, i-times natin sa 0.25. So, ang volume of distribution natin ay 15 liters. Yung 500 milligrams, that would be your DO. Yung every 8 hours, di ba sinabi sa inyo, pag every 8 hours, yung may word na every before ng number of hours, yan yung tao natin, or you, dose interval, or dosage interval. Bakit kaya merong elimination half-life dito?
To compute for the constant.
Since hindi given yung rate constant. So to compute for the rate constant, 0.693 over half-life. So divide natin yung 0.693 saan? 4 hours. Ilan po yung rate constant? 0.1733. Anong unit? Per hour. Kasi ngayon ay first order, one compartment. So, meron na tayo ng mga need natin. So, proceed tayo sa letter A. So, kumpitan natin, remember yung Dmax and Dmin, that would be the maximum and minimum amount of drug in the body. Kaya siya letter D kasi drug yun. So remember, pag Dmax and Dmin, yan ay naka-milligrams. So kumpitin natin yung Dmax. So we have DO. Ano yung DO? 500 milligrams over ilan yung 1 minus F. Remember yung F natin, to compute for letter F, i-replace natin with Euler's constant. E raised to negative. Ano yung rate constant natin? Yun ang compute natin. 0.1733 times, ano yung dose interval? Every 8 hours. So, paki-compute.
Six
666.64 milligrams. Yun. Sa ibang references, may infinity pa. Dmax infinity, Dmin infinity. So for Dmin infinity, so remember, bakit Dmax yung inuuna natin? Kasi pag may Dmax sa time, madali na lang kumpitin. Saan nanggaling tong formula na to? So, balik tayo dun sa formula natin. Diba, to compute for DO, Dmax minus Dmin. Para ma-solve natin yung Dmin, wait lang. Break lang saglit.
Kaya ba't kaya ako mag-take ng klase? Kasi gusto kong gumawa. Ha? Kaya yung klase. Yan na yung four times six. Sige, i-add kita.
Saan na ba tayo? Anong number na? Remember, to compute for d mean, dito siya nag-originate from this equation. So, to compute for d mean, ita-transpose lang natin siya sa other side, sa right side, then yung do sa left side. So, yung d mean magiging positive. So, d mean is equals to d max. So, yung do magiging negative. So, d max minus do. So, dito po nag-originate yung formula. So, computin natin yung d mean. So, we have ani d max 666.64 milligrams minus ani do natin 500 milligrams. Ilan ang d mean infinity natin?
0.64.
So we have 166.64 milligrams. Next, pag maximum and minimum plasma concentration naman, yun ay Cmax infinity and minimum Cmin infinity. Meron tayong dalawang formula for Cmax infinity. So we have Dmax over Vd or CPO over 1 minus e raised to negative Kp. Okay? So, pakita natin yung dalawang option nyo. So, option number 1, since meron tayong Dmax, ano yung Dmax natin na na-compute kanina?
666.64
milligrams. Ano ang volume of distribution? 15 liters. Okay? Kaya pag concentration, milligrams per liter. Okay? So, ano ang Cmax infinity natin?
44.44 milligrams.
So, we have 44.44 milligrams per liter. Ano yung option number 2? Kasi sa option number 2, need nyo pang i-compute yung initial concentration. Okay? Or yung CPO. Para di makakompute yun, di ba yung CPO or CO ay DO over VB. Okay? So ano yung DO natin? 500 milligrams over volume of distribution 15 liters. Ano yung CO natin? 33.33 milligrams per liter. Tsaka lang natin magagamit yung formula. So, 33.33 milligrams per liter over 1 minus E. Yan yung Euler's constant raised to negative 0.1733 times. Ano yung dose interval? 8. So, paki-compute, paki-check kung tama pa rin or same lang ang answer. So, feel free kung anumang formula yung pinakonvenient sa inyo.
So, dali yung isa. Option.
Kaya lang minsan, based din sa suitability nung, kasi minsan, mali nyo, hindi given yung Dmax. Okay? So, kailangan nyo talaga yung, at ang given ay initial concentration. So, based din sa suitability nung formula dun sa given ng problem. So, ganun din for Cmin infinity. So, Dmin, ano yung Dmin kanina? 166.64 milligrams over ano yung volume of distribution? 15 liters. So ano ang C-mean infinity natin? 11.11 milligrams per liter. So try natin yung pangalawang formula, yung option number 2. Since meron nakukita natin yung CPO, di ba? 33.33 times yung Euler's constant. Ayan. Pakitry po kung same lang ng answer. Ayan. So same lang po ng answer yan. Letter C.
11.11.
So, letter C, find the plasma drug concentration at 3 hours after the second dose. Since mayroon tayong bagong variable, yung small letter n, di ba yan ay number of doses? Ilan yung number of doses kung need mo malaman yung concentration at 3 hours after the second dose. So, kung may second dose, automatically may first dose. Okay? So, kung hanggang second dose, ilan yung doses? Dalawa. Okay? So, yung number of doses natin ay 2. So, lagay lang natin lahat ng given value din sa formula. Remember, capital letter T yung nasa loob, small letter T yung nasa labas. So, 500 over 15, then multiply natin sa 1 minus e raised to negative. Ano yung small letter n? 2 times 0.173 times. Ano yung dose interval? 8. So remember, pag small letter t, yun yung given sa problem, 3 hours. So 3 po yung nasa labas. So tatry ko, for example, kausapin ko yung ibang BP instructor kung pwedeng ilagay sa exam yung mga formula na super haba. Kasi sa next topic, merong mahaba doon. Okay? Na formula. Though, wala pa yung assurance walang assurance yun. Kasi sa mga previous batches, okay, even sa time namin, hindi given yung mga formula kahit gano'n pa siya kahaba. So, if hindi kaya na continuous, pwede nyo hatiin sa tatlo. Pero remember, yung answer nyo, yung first fraction, second, and third, kailangan nyo i-multiply yung tatlo. Okay?
Iba tayo ng sagot. Iba mo. So, may saksi na. Answer mo naman. 77.
Anong answer nyo?
24.79 po.
May...
Wait lang po. Ano nga ba kasi diretso lang.
Tama na yung whole number, 24.77.
77, 79. Tama yun kay Bea.
Milligrams per liter.
Bakit ganyan, Bea? Magkamukha lang tayo ng pinag.
Palitan nyo na yung chart.
Sir, 77.
Sorry sa pagkukulang dun sa handwriting. 0.1733 yung rate constant. Ano ba basa nyo? 0 point? Ano ba hindi nyo mabasa dyan? Palitan natin. Ha?
Ano pa safe lang siya?
Iba na yan.
Huwag niyo kalimutan yung parentheses in between expressions or fraction.
So, wait lang po. Tama naman yung input ko. Iba lang ang decimal.
Patingin nga, sir. Nakukuha mo ba?
Opo. Kaso iba lang po ng
Patingin.
decimal.
Pero.
Ay, nawala.
Ano na try ko?
Hinuli mo yung ano. Mekos na eh. Kasi sa akin naka-parenthesis yung isa. Oh, multiplication lang. Nahihilo na ako. Pero dalawa lang naman. Dalawa sa line po. So, doon ako na naman yung saka yung isa, yung 8.55 lang, 8.50. Dalawa, di ba isa, di ba riyan siya? 9 points yun. Sabi mo, magiging 28. So, 80% naman yun. $28 over 35. Uy, sakto lang naman. Oo. 35.
27 kasi
Ah.
ano is malaan.
Ay, ano yun? 76. Hindi kasi, ano, kung 9 yung mali, minus 35, 26, plus 2, 72. Ay, hindi. Tama ka, magkakamuha kami ng answer nila kay Sino.
Basta yung isa.
11. Plus 1. Because ang PCD, ang PCD yung nilagay ko sa kaya. So, carbon din yung nilagay. So, 20. Sa akin yung isa lang naman. Nag-79 naman siya.
Piling sa mo. Ano?
Doon ako din si Daniel yung 78. Kompleto daw yan. Tapos yung Sumusuka ako yung mga time na yan.
Feeling ko meron siya.
May hihimala.
May inano siya eh. May parang near round up or something. Near round up.
So siguro po yung sa Euler's
Sa mood
constant.
to eh. Yung sa mood ng cycle.
Pagtuloy-tuloy po.
Ano yung Euler's constant natin?
Pag hiniwalay-walay, 24.7. Mag-apply na ng ano, plus or minus. Margin of error.
Sige.
Okay. Next. Ayan. Para matapos tayo agad, para hindi kayo mali masyado. So for steady state plasma drug concentration, ganun pa rin naman, yung nabago is yung numerator naging 1 na lang. So we have 500 over, volume of distribution ay 15. And 1 minus 1 minus e raised to negative 0.1733 times 8. Then Euler's constant e negative 0.1733 times the 33 R's.
79. Ano ko?
Sa cycle, ano nakuha niya?
17.
Teka lang, hindi ko.
Ha? 26.42. So, para malaman nyo if nasa tamang landas yung answer nyo, so, di ba kinumpute natin yung Cmax infinity and yung Cmin infinity kanina? Ano yung Cmin infinity natin kanina? 11.11 milligrams per liter. Yung Cmax infinity ay 44.44, tama ba? Milligrams per liter. So, dapat within the range siya dapat, okay? Dapat siya ay in between 11.11 and 44.44. If yung answer nyo ay beyond 44.44 or below 11.11, paki-counter check kung yung answer nyo. So dapat, para malaman nyo if nasa right track yung answer nyo, dapat within the range siya na Cmin infinity and Cmax infinity. Letter E. So C ab infinity, remember, pwede natin yung omit yung letter. Big letter F. Quiet. Konti na lang. So, ano yung DO natin? 500 over 15 liters times 0.1733 times 8. Ilan ang C ab infinity natin? So, we have 24.04 milligrams per liter. So, paano kapag D ab infinity yung pinapahanap? Instead the concentration, amount of drug in milligrams yung pinapahanap. Actually, omit nyo lang yung volume of distribution. So, FDO over KT. Or, pwede nyo omit yung letter F. So, we have DO, ano yung DO? 500 over yung rate constant, 0.1733 times 8. So, ilang milligrams? 360.65 milligrams. Remember, pag D ab infinity, that would be the average amount of drug in the body at steady state. Ito, last problem na. So for the last problem, inumit ko lang yung Yung last problem ay for the missed dose. Di ba yung missed dose na dyan yan sa handout nyo, yung concentration contributed by the missing dose, pwede ma-compute by this formula. Yung Cp is equals to DO over VD multiply sa E raised to negative K. Yung given time ay nireplace mo with PMIS.
Isa ito natin.
Remember yung PMIS natin, yan yung time elapsed since the scheduled dose was missed. Okay? Yan din yung nasa handout. Okay? Inumit ko lang yung isang slide. So, need natin, given na yung rate constant, volume of distribution, yung dose natin or yung DO, then yung tau natin or yung dosage interval. So, what would be yung concentration 3 hours after the 5th dose if ang naumit natin ay 5th dose, 3rd dose, and 4th dose? So, to compute, if yung 5th dose yung naumit, remember, so, naumit yung 5th dose, so, yung ita-take note natin, since yung nasa problem ay 5 doses, ibig sabihin yung 5th dose, that would be the last dose. So, yung consider natin na last dose ay i-consider natin na TMIS ay yung inad natin sa last dose. Ilan yung hours na inad natin sa last dose? 3 hours. Kaya 3 hours yung TMIS natin dito. Okay? So, DO is equals to 50 over 15 liters E raised to negative. Ano yung rate constant? 0.45. Ano yung TMIS 3? Paki-compute.
Hindi ko na naman makukuha ko.
0.86 milligrams per liter.
0.86.
So, applicable lang to na yung TMIS natin is yung inad natin sa last dose. Applicable lang yan dito. Okay? Pero dun sa BNC, hindi po. Okay? So, paano yung gagawin natin to compute for TMIS kapag 3rd dose? Okay? Diba remember sa problem, meron tayong 5 doses. 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Ang naumit natin ay yung 3rd dose. Okay? So, remember, between doses, ano dose interval? 8 hours. Ibig sabihin, 8 hours yung in between 3rd and 4th doses. Yung in between 4th and 5th ay 8 hours din. Okay? Huwag niyo kakalimutan yung inad natin 3 hours dun sa last dose. Okay? Plus 3 hours. So, kukumpitin lang natin, ipag-add lang natin tong tatlo. Okay? So, 8 hours plus 8 hours plus 3 hours, ano yung TMIS natin?
19 hours.
Ilan?
8, 16, 17. Tama, 8, 19 nga.
19 hours. So, ganun pa rin yung computation. Papalitan lang natin yung TMIS ng 19 hours. So, 50 over 15, then E raised to negative 0.45 times 19. Ano papansin nyo? Scientific notation ba yung answer nyo? Ano yung exact na nakuha nyo?
6.45 times 10 raised to
6.35 times 10 raised to
negative 4.
negative 4. Okay? Milligrams per liter. Kasi very small yung answer natin.
Hindi siya nakasabi.
So, gawin nating decimal. Makinig muna.
0.
Gawin nating decimal form. 0.000645.
645.
Sorry.
Ito siya. Nakano yung sa akin eh. Nakadecimate.
645 milligrams per liter. So, paano gagawin natin pag very small yung concentration natin? Apply natin yung rules ng significant figures. So, remember, ano tawag natin dito sa mga zeros? Di ba nilalagay natin itong mga zeros na to just to indicate the position ng decimal point. So, ano tawag natin dito sa mga zeros na to? Leading zeros. Remember, sa rules ng significant figures, kapag leading zeros, significant or insignificant?
Insignificant.
So remember, they are insignificant or not significant. Okay? Pag insignificant, hindi counted as significant figure. So remember, pag very small yung answer natin, dapat two significant figures yung kukunin natin. Kung two significant figures, ilan dapat?
0.65 micrograms per liter.
wala tayong i-omit na zero dito. 0.00065. Okay? Milligrams per liter. Bakit 0.00065? Kasi diba, remember, hindi mo naman to ika-count as significant figures. So, significant dito is yung 6 and yung 5. So, since dalawa lang dapat yung non-zero, i-round up natin yung second na non-zero digit. Okay? Which is yung 4. Kaya yung answer natin ay 0.00065 milligrams per liter. Dapat two significant figures. Next. Paano pag fourth dose you omit? So, fourth dose tayo mag-i-store. In between fourth and fifth, ilang dose interval ulit? 8 hours. Huwag kalimutan yung inad natin 3 hours sa last dose. So, ilan po yung TMIS natin dito?
11.
So, we have TMIS is equals to 11. So, DOI 50 over 15, then E, Euler's constant raised to negative 0.45 times 11. Ilan po yung na-compute?
0.0236.
So kung susundin natin yung two significant figures, 0.23, ano yung kasunod ng 3?
6.
6. So hanggang 3 lang dapat. So i-round up natin yung 3. So 0.024 milligrams per liter. So ito na yung final answer natin. So that concludes our discussion for this one. So quiz tayo next meeting Okay. Then another topic ulit. So pakita ko yung grade.
Over what?
Ano section 4?
Second, may klase second. Ano si Ma'am Shane daw? Ha? Hindi ko pa. Hindi kami na-commit Nakita niyo ba? Bakit nandiyan sa ano ng BSL?
So yung nakikita niyo yung student number, yung transmute equivalent grade, pass or failed, then yung TNMG, yung TNMG ay yung raw grade yun, yung color blue, then yung transmu-MG, that would be your transmuted grade.
Hindi ka ba uwi ba ya? Hindi ka uwi. Sayang yung 2 days
Wala siyang uuwian.
So remember, pag left only yung component nyo, wala kayong lab na pampataas. So dapat well-rounded kayo sa mga components ng grading system sa LEC. Pag mga LEC only, kasi wala kayong laboratory, walang 70-30. Okay, 100% na lecture.
Yung lab talaga po.
So nasa inyo yung, ganun pa rin naman, yung nag-iisang uno nandito pa din naman.
Flat uno.
Remember, sa yung TNNG, that would be your raw grade, ang target nyo dapat dyan ay at least 59 to 60. Then yung transmu ay 75. Kung nakuha nyo ay mga 53, 54 pataas. So yung kaya pa naman, kaya lang, hindi na enough yung 60% na lang na target nyo for every quiz. Okay, dapat ay at least 70 to 80% nung remaining quizzes natin, and then ma-perfect nyo yung other assessment tasks or yung assignment. Okay? Oo, pag-uwi kayo dyan. Nakita nyo na ba? Hindi pa ako nagpapadismiss eh. Uwi kayo agad. Porket pasado ko yung dalawa.
Just like...
Ay, yung example na yung 59 na raw grade, 75 dress. So, huwag mong pabaya to kung sino man siya. So, kailangan consistent pa din siya.
Ayun, no?
May favorite talaga si Lord dito sa iyo. Siya lang talaga sa buong sa inyo. Feeling ko nga sa history din, kasi si Mang Abreu, wala pa na ako uno kay Mang Abreu sa BP. Alam ko. So, ang dami ko ng adjustment na ginawa dito sa
Sabi ka, Josh? History maker pala, ha?
Such a legend.
Siya na susunod ko sa
Sir Josh.
Mag-aakad mo.
Nakita ko naman yung redemption, okay, sa majority. Okay, so i-continue nyo lang. Remember, wala nang grand finals, kaya itodo nyo na. Okay, itodo nyo na yung remaining quizzes natin. Okay? Hindi ko lang directly sinabi yung sa last problem yung Rs na dito na kayo dun eh. Pero may nakakuha naman eh. Nakita ko naman sa last, yung quiz natin ngayon. Nakita ko meron tama dun sa, marami naman. Yung 57 kaya pa yan eh. Super kaya pa yan. Konting kembot pa yan. So, last na.